What's up, airplane collectors? Welcome back to another video channel Stray. Today we have a model that I've been waiting for a very long time. I'm super excited to review this thing, so I won't keep you guys waiting. Let's start. So this is the NG model 1 to 400 scale, United Airlines Boeing 757-200, and this is the first United Airlines 757 in the standard new Evolution Blue livery. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge fan of this livery, and I also love the 757, so when these two went together, I couldn't resist buying it. So yeah, let's start the review. So the review is going to go like this. First, I'm going to talk about the box and its features, then I'll begin an in-depth analysis and discussion of the model's features, and at the end of the video, I'll give you guys my personal opinion about what I think of the model and whether I recommend it to other collectors or not. So let's start. So let's start with the box. In terms of length and width, or not length and width, lengthwise it's 15 centimeters, height-wise is 15 centimeters, and width it's about 5.5 centimeters, so it's a decently sized box. And box art looks cool. I'll show you guys around really quick. So here's the front, here's the bottom, right side, left, top, almost said left side. This is the left side. And here's the back. When you open up the box, you'll see the beautiful model. As you can tell, I'm kind of biased. I really like this thing. You'll see the model, and you'll find a card, which is kind of hard to remove. And this is the new NG model Collector Rewards Plan card, which basically contains a code on the back, which will provide benefits for us collectors. So we're receiving high-quality models plus rewards. Honestly, the name NG really fits NG models. But yeah, you'll receive a collector's reward plan card with this model, so that's really cool. And here's the model itself. I'll show you guys around the model really quick, so take a moment to sit back, relax, and just enjoy this. So let's talk some specs. Fuselage length is 12 centimeters, roughly. Wingspan is 10.4 centimeters. And the height of the model from the surface it's sitting on to the top of the tail, that's 3.5 centimeters. So model size is pretty accurate to 1 to 400 scale. Now let's begin the in-depth analysis portion of the video. So first we'll start up with the front of the fuselage. As you can see, nose shape is really accurate. Cockpit window printing looks pretty nice. I saw some discussion within a few of us collectors here that some people thought that the window printing here was faded. However, that was just due to camera reflection, and that can be seen here as well. So cockpit window printing looks really nice. Lots of printed detail up here in the front of the aircraft. Giant United title. Something I notice here is actually... okay, either this is an optical illusion and my eyes are going crazy, or there is a larger than should be space between the United, between the I and the T in the United title. That might be an optical illusion though, especially with the door here, but that's just something I just noticed. Let's move down the fuselage. You can see the overwing exits. Interesting looking Wi-Fi dome. And here's the tail section. Here's the other side. Sorry if you guys hear like talking in the background, that's my family always being loud during my videos. And there's the one singular antenna on top of the fuselage here, so I appreciate the fact that there's not that many antennas. Let's talk about the wings really quick. The wings look amazingly detailed. There's a decent amount of printed detail up here, and you can even see the little, some little marks here. I'm not sure what those are, but they do serve a purpose for some reason. And of course, there's a lot of flaps details and air brakes details, looking really good overall. Something I'm super picky about here is the winglets. Those are one of the deciding features of whether I buy a model or not. And of course, as per usual, NG passed my winglet standards with flying colors. Look at the winglets, they look very good. No paint scratches, no defects. Pretty much perfect. They look really solid, and NG did a really good job on those. Let's talk about the tail. By the way, if you see the color here is a little dark, these aren't the actual colors. My camera's just acting up. The fade from the light blue to the black here, or the very dark blue, looks really good. Globe looks nice, and you can see there's even engraved or whatever detail in the tail, which I just noticed a few seconds ago, which that's really nice. I appreciate that feature. Horizontal stabilizers look pretty solid. I don't notice anything aside from a few hairs on those, which I need to take care of better. APU looks solid. You can see, unfortunately, there's a little alignment issue with the dark blue stripe that goes across the aircraft back here, but that's expected, honestly. I've seen worse. Before I forget, I'm going to go a little off topic. I forgot to discuss the Wi-Fi dome here. That looks interesting. I'm not sure if that's the right shape, but it's a different design from what I'm used to seeing. So that's what it looks like. It looks like it's well done, so I'm going to assume that's correct. So form your own opinion with that information. Now for one of my favorite parts of model airplane reviews, the engines. The engines look phenomenal. Here's the front of the engines with the fan blades and everything. Of course they don't spin, but they're painted really nicely with a dark gray metallic color. Printing, there's a lot of printed detail on the engines. You can even see some like bands or stripes going down the engine. Oh god, if my camera, there you can kind of see them there. They look really, really nicely done. Very well done on NG's part there. And here's the bottom of the engine. Very nicely done overall. And if you guys want to see, here's the exhaust. You can see a little bit of blue paint down there, and just barely you can see like the exhaust part there, but it looks really nice overall. Let's talk about the bottom of the aircraft really quick. So the bottom of the aircraft has a lot of printed detail as well, and two antennas down here, so be careful when handling the model. Those are very small and probably easy to break. But yeah, lots of detail down here. You can see a ton of printed detail, and I don't see any issues with the paint. And you can even see there's a little display stand hole, which I did not expect, but that's pretty cool. I'm glad that it's there. In terms of the landing gear is really solid. They all roll smoothly, and something I did notice on the front gear, they have this darker gray metallic paint on the wheels themselves, which, or not the wheels, but the rims, I think it is. Yeah, the rims. It's a little darker and more metallic than the gear itself, which I haven't seen on an NG model before, but it looks good. I honestly think it looks pretty cool. You can see there's a little bit of paint stuck on the wheel there, but it's no biggie. Let's talk wing flex. So here's the front of the model. Of course, as usual on most NG models, wing flex is not an issue. I can see that it's done correctly. The wings don't go up too high, and it's pretty much perfect. There's really no issues with wing flex on this model. So we've arrived at the end of the in-depth analysis and discussion, so if I missed anything, feel free to ask down below in the comments and I'll answer as soon as I can. Now time for my personal opinion. As you heard earlier in the video, I think this is an amazing model, and honestly, I would recommend it to anyone who can get their hands on it. It's nearly perfect. No defects whatsoever. Model didn't arrive damaged or anything. It was just ready to roll out of the box, just like all the models should be. And even with the collector rewards program card that was included, I think this is well worth the buy. So I really like this model, and I highly recommend it to you if you're looking at it. So buy it soon, because I guarantee this will probably sell out really quickly. So that basically concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more airplane content, and I'll see you guys later.